Hello guys, welcome back. In our previous video, we were able to post our blog post and we were able to insert it into our database. Now in this video, we'll be working on our edit button, how to edit our blog post data. So now we'll start with editing our post. But firstly, what I want us to notice is that if you go to your database, our created at date not included. That's why we did not. That is because we did not include it in our code. So now let's quickly do that. So you go to your VS Code inside your blog post controller. After your post image, I'm going to write your created as, and that will be carbon. Will be your carbon with the now function. Yeah, semicolon. And that will be your comma. Now you copy this and also include it in your category controller. You include it here. And also include it here. So let's save all. So now when next you post a blog post, or the dates and time that you posted it will be visible here. That is that. So now let's start with our edit controller. So you go to your VS Code inside your all post page. You can see your your edit route here. All you have to do is you create the route. That will be edit.blog.post. So this is the name route. We'll also pass it with the requested ID. So we've taken our post, we are getting all our posts there. So we've taken it with our item. So now we'll use the item and pass it with our requested. So now let's create our route in our web.php. So now inside your web.php, inside your blog post controller, copy this. Once you copy it, this will be a get method. So now our route name is edit blog post. So we copy it and edit blog post. So our method name will be edit blog post. Then our URL will be edit blog post. So now we'll be working with our method name in our blog post controller. So now we'll create another one, public function. Then what's our method name? Our method name is edit blog post. We copy it. So before that, you can see we added our requested ID here. So you also have to pass it in your route here, your URL. That will be comma and into curly braces. Type in your ID. So now inside you copy this inside our blog post controller. You paste it here. So you pass this comment here also. So now inside here also we are going to also pass our requested ID. $sign then ID. So now inside our edit blog post, want to get all the data in our blog post table, and also we also want to get all the data in our category table. So how do we do that? So now to get all the data in our blog post table we and get it using a variable of post, and that will be equals to the method name is blog post. Type in your blog post. That will be find the requested ID. That will be $ID. So now we've gotten all the data in our blog post using the blog post method, using the find function with our requested ID. We've gotten all the data in our blog post table using this variable. So now we can access all the data in our blog post table using this post variable. And also we are going to need all the data of our table. We've gotten it up here. So we got the category, we got the all the data in our category table using this variable here. So you can just copy this, paste it here. So now we are going to return view the edit page. That will be return view. So where do we want to create our edit page? We want to create it inside our backend folder. Then inside our post folder. Then inside our post folder, we are going to create edit as post. So now we are going to compact we are going to we've gotten all the data in our category with this variable and also gotten all the data in our blog post table with this variable. We are going to compact these two inside our edit post page. Now let's compact that. Now be compact single column, compact this. And also the post too. So don't forget your semicolon. Now let's create our edit post page inside our post folder. So go to your resources view, your backend, inside your post folder, you create the edit post page. That will be edit underscore post dot blade dot php. So you click enter. So now we are going to copy everything from our add post page. Our add post. It's going to look like this. So we'll copy everything. And inside our edit post, we are going to paste it. So now we'll change this to edit post, edit blog post. Also here will be edit post. So in our category part, whatever category we selected in our add post page, it should be the category that is selected here. So now how do we do that? We're going to add the condition here. So it will be a very straightforward condition. So you put your curly braces. Then inside the condition, remember we've gotten all the data in our category using this variable. And now we pass it as this. So we want to get the ID in our category table. So we'll get the ID using this variable here. Copy it, paste it, or get the ID. So now the ID in our category variable should be equals to our post. So this our post variable, we use this post variable to get all the data in our blog post database table. So now we'll be getting all the data using this variable. So now our post variable, we want to get this. So actually we want to get our blog cat ID. Remember, we've gotten all the details in this table using the post variable. So now we want to access this blog cat ID. So we'll use the post variable to access blog cat ID. So now this our cat date ID. That means our category table here, the ID here must be, if the ID here is equals to the blog cat ID, what should happen? It should be selected. So once that is equal, it should select it. That'll be your question mark. Then we are going to use one of the class selected. Else, if this is not equals to this, that is, else it should be empty. You put your single quote empty. So now after doing that for the category, we'll come to our post title. And inside our post title, we are going to need our value. That'll be value. Then inside our value, we want to display our post title. So we'll get our post title using this post variable. Then the field name is post title. We'll paste it. Then our description, to get our description also, we won't be using the value. We'll just get it using the curly braces. And inside there, we'll paste it. Then our field name for our description is long description. Just copy it, paste it. Okay, so now after getting our long description, we're going to get our image too. So to get our image, it will actually be the same step, but it will include our assets. So that will be assets. Into the assets, we are going to get our post variable. Copy this. Get our post variable. And what is the field name for our image? Field name for our image is post image. That will be post image. So now the next thing we want to do now is we want to update our blog post from our edit file. So how do we update it? So we are going to create our route here. So what do we name our route? Name our route update.blog.post. So we are going to create this route in our web.php. We just copy this. You come down. This will be our update route. So to be a post method, so what is our method, our route name? Our route name is update.blog.post. So you paste that here. And we name our method name as update blog post. That will be update blog post. And we'll name our URL as update also. Update blog post. So our ID here will not be needed. So now, how we want our updates to work is that we want to be able to update with image and want to be able to update without image. So now if you update, not change your image, it will clearly show you your blog post has been updated without image. But if you update your blog post with image, it will show you your blog post has been updated with image successfully. So now let me show you how to get this done. Now in your blog post controller, but before your blog post controller here, you have to get your requested ID from your edit post. So to get your requested ID from your edit post, after your CSRF token, you're going to get your input tag. Your input tag, the type will be of the type of hidden, and the name, the field name. You want to the field name is ID, so you want to get your ID, and the value will be of the post. Value will be of that is the post ID. So the particular blog post ID, that what we are getting. That is the requested ID. So now in your blog post controller, we want to start and work on our update blog post. So we'll work with this method name, update blog post. We'll copy it, paste it. So that will be your public function update blog post. Copy this note here, paste. So now since this is a post method, you have to type in your request and your dollar request. Copy your request, your dollar request. So now we've done something similar in our method controller. I mean in our category controller. Let's So inside our category controller and see the update area here. The update area. So we can just copy it, or come to our and copy that's this part. We come to our blog post controller, paste it. So now let's work here. So in this to get our requested ID here, we'll give it a variable of post underscore ID. And what is our requested ID? Check our edit post. Our requested ID from this hidden input. Close it here. Requested ID from this hidden input. What ID? Type in the ID down. That will be ID. Now remember I told you that what we want to do is we want to be able to upload with image and without image. Now let's upload with image first. So if you are uploading with image, I'm going to I'm going to be using one of Laravel condition called if else condition. I'm going to be using the if statement, that is if into bracket requested file as requested file. So the requested file name. What is our requested file name? If you go to our edit post blade, go to your image. The requested file name is post image. Inside your blog post controller, requested file name post image. And type in your else here. Just follow me. You understand everything as I go on. else this will be. So now, if we'll be updating using the requested file using image, that means if image will be present, it should load this. If image will be present, you cut that and you paste it inside there. It should load this. Else, if image won't be present, you should load only the input field you want to update without the image. You copy this, you paste here. So yeah, we are not updating with image, so we can just delete this. So for our image here, our requested name is post image. So yeah, we get a unique name, and here we are going to resize it. So the resizing is actually 295 to 245. The dimension for the image of post. This is the dimension here. We paste it. So the folder will be saving this image is what folder? In the post images folder. We'll copy it, paste it here, also here. So now what are we updating? We are updating with our post ID here. You know, we've gotten the requested ID of this particular post we want to update. We've gotten the requested ID with our post ID variable here. So I'll be going to find the ID. So now our method name, we're going to write down our main method name, which is blog post. So here will be blog post. So our blog post will find the requested ID, which is this. We've gotten it with this variable. So the requested ID, then we'll update. What are we updating? We can get everything we're updating from here. This is all what we're updating. So you can just copy this, paste it here. So once it finds the requested ID and you pass the update function, you're going to get a message that post post is updated with image successfully. Post is updated with image successfully, and it's actually going to return redirect you to your all blog post page. So you can just copy this all blog post page inside your blog controller. To return redirects you to your route. Inside your route is this in single quotes. It's going to return redirect you to this route. Else, that means this else, if it doesn't have this image, they are updating without image. So you can just copy this, paste it. So now we are updating without image, so we don't need this image. We'll delete it. Now that we're updating without image, notification message you will get will be post updated without image successfully. It's also going to return direct you to your routes or blog page. That'll be routes. Just replace it here. So that is all you need to do. So I hope you understand how we were able to update the blog page with image and without image. We've done. We'll save all and you reload the page. Now let's see if we're able to edit. We'll click on edit. As you can see, our selected category is visible, our post title is visible, our description is visible, and our image is visible. Now let's try and edit without touching the image. Let's see the notification. Add one here, one here. Change this to animal. We submit. As you can see, post is updated without image successfully. As visible the one, we change it to animal. You can also visible the one here. Now let's edit with image now. Let's just try and edit with only image. So you choose image. We can go with this. We open, click submit. As you can see, our image is updated successfully and our notification here gave us post is updated with image successfully. So our update is working. So now the next thing we want to do, we'll go to our VS Code. We want to work on our delete. So we go to your edit post. If you go to your all posts, I'm going to see your delete here. So you will name your you will create your delete route name. You can name it delete.blog.post. As usual, you pass the requested ID. So your web.php, you create the route here. You can copy this, you paste it. So your route name is delete.blog.post. So you can name your method name delete blog post and your URL delete/blog/post. And also you're also going to pass your ID here, requested ID. That is ID. So now we'll be working in our blog post controller using the delete blog post method. So go to our blog post controller. After this end method, come down. That'll be public function. The public function, our method name is delete blog post. We copy it and paste. We copy this comment here, paste it here. And also inside there, don't forget to pass your requested ID. That will be $sign. So now to delete a blog post, we have to find the requested ID of the particular blog post we want to delete. So we'll take it by this variable item. Item will be equals to the method name of our blog post. The method name is blog post. The model name. So it will be equals to the model name of our blog post table. That will be blog post. Then find or fill. We'll be using find or fill function in Laravel. Find or fill. Find or fill method function. So into the find or fill, we'll be passing our requested ID. So now we've gotten our requested ID with this variable item. So the next thing we want to do is, once you delete a blog post, you want to also unlink the image attached to the blog post. So how do we do that? We're going to take a variable image, that will be equals to, we'll take this item, so the item now will get the image field name. The image field name is post image. Now that will be post image. So now once it has gotten the image of this particular post we want to delete, now we'll come back, then we'll use a function called onLink. So we'll unlink this image now. Now we've unlinked the image. Now all we have to do is we'll pass our method name now. Pass our method name below. And now we'll just find the field, copy this. We'll find the field, the requested ID. We'll use the delete function. So it's as simple as that. So also you also add your notification. Add your notification. The notification will be post deleted successfully. Post deleted successfully. Then it's going to redirect us to the back page. That will be back page. This will be empty. That is all. So let's test it. That will be save all. Then we'll run our PHP Artisan Optimize. Now inside our browser, inside our Laravel project, first of all, let's refresh. So let's add a test post that will delete. So now before we click on add post, let's make some changes. So inside our edit post, let's change this co-lg8 to true. And also inside our add post, I'm going to change the co-lg8 to true. Now let's save all. And let's refresh. And let's click on add post. So now inside add post, let's just pick food and drinks. Let's just pick a random text. Let's just paste it here multiple times. So let's choose an image. Pick a random image. It's visible. So now let's submit. You can see we have successfully added another one. We just added this one to test our delete function. Now let's delete it and check it out. Delete. Okay, we are getting an error. We use the wrong post method. So let's go to our web.php. Inside our web.php, we are supposed to use get method. We use post method. So that will be get. So now you save all. Run your PHP Artisan Optimize. Now go to your browser and refresh. As you can see, it has been deleted successfully. So we'll get our notification here now. So you can see our notification, post deleted successfully. We have been able to successfully edit our post, update our post, and delete our post. I hope it's clear enough. In our next video, I'll be visible. In our next video, our post from our database, I'll make it visible on our front end. So this is what we'll be doing in our next video. So I'll do everything step by step with live example. So see you in the next video.